Orange and yellow. Orange and yellow. Orange and yellow. Do I have my light? So what would it look like if we did that, eh? What if we walked around like that, eh? What would that look like? Oh, I remember what I was thinking. When I did this one over here, I remember. Hold on. Oh, yeah, old Jack and Joe. Has anybody ever heard the nursery rhyme, Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques? Has anybody ever heard that nursery rhyme? So, the son of John. John is sleeping. Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques. So it's saying, John, are you sleeping? Brother John, are you sleeping? Brother John, are you sleeping? Have you ever heard of that before? Now, all of a sudden, 60 years later in my life, I understand why John is sleeping. Sleeping on the John, right? Not sleeping on the job, sleeping on the John, right? So how do you switch? You have the HN in the B. What is the B? AB. So B is what is 1 times B, 2 times B, 3 times B, 4 times B, 5 times B, 6 times B, 7 times B. But in binary, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 is 8 times B and it ends. So it's got to be B plus 1, B plus 2, or why should we go B plus 2, right? To skip over and reconnect. What is ABC? What is ABC? Is there a story in ABC? What do you think? I want to know what you think. Is there a story in the ABC? I mean, do you think it's just a flagrant language? I mean, alphabet, sorry, not a language, alphabet, right? ABC, right? Okay, now I have to look up. I'm going to look this up. I want to know who created the ABC okay, children's shows, okay, on TV, okay, since the beginning of TV in North America, separate that between Europe and everywhere else in the world. Split me the continents. Splitting the continents, understanding if you put all the condiments into your soup or onto your whatever you create. And remember, what is flesh doesn't mean it's of the beast, because the apple has flesh, the beets have flesh, the peanuts have flesh, and the choice of my words is how I understand it. I give flesh, which is the arrow in the direction of understanding what every single number and letter tells us or dictates, directs us. In what direction? Is it hockey? Wow. They started a game that started with 8 and 15 equals to 2307. You do know that 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 6 and 5, 11. So that 5, 6 would create 5, 6, and 7. And then that 11 will be 7, 11. If you know anything about these cubes, ask me. I will show you. I do not know where to start. I need someone to put the reins behind me and just pull me. And every time they pull me, right, they're actually saying, okay, go in this direction. And this is where the RAM comes in. All of you who are presented on this page, ask me the question. We start to learn together. It doesn't matter how we broaden our minds. We don't have to start the story at the beginning. We just have to make little pieces and parts of a puzzle that one day when we come together, you're going to say, I know. Another person's going to say, I remember. But if we do this, I have 15,000 videos scattered over the internet. If there were 1 million people and we each watched different segments and came in and commented and took out from it, compared it to the Bible, those who know the Bible, music, the zodiac, the constellations, right? Those who know electricity, those who, you know what I'm saying? All the data that's out there, those who know the distance, 12 inches, 24 inches, 36 inches, 48 inches, 48 minutes in the basketball game. I'm going to shoot beyond the arc. I got a 4-headed shin. If I got a 4-headed shin, look what I got here. I got life in between life, and how they split up one area into what is 3 areas. And you know what? I'll put on, just give me a second over here. Just give me a second. You know, I put this over here, and I'm going to put one over here. So I got 6 sides, but one side gets plugged in. So I got 5 and 5. I got 10 of 12. So now we're fully plugged in. So we still have to count the 12 months and not the 10 months. Although after 10 months of 280 days at their moon months, right, we complete what is 4 by 7, 280 or 40 weeks. And now the child comes into, right? And 40 is also what is a dictation, right? That comes from the Monopoly game. The empty house. Where are all the other walls? This should be 6, but all of a sudden, what is it? Right? It's just one board, but it falls in. It becomes the corner, and now I can put my cube right into that corner, line up all my cubes. Number 31, go to jail. Man, you know where I'd like to be right now? Right? I'm just gonna, I just had this feeling that came over me. Am I ploying you into something, possibly? Somebody out there? You know what I'm saying? If you want to understand the word of creation, this alphabet that I talk about, this alphabet ABC, for me is just amazing what it says. All the words help support this channel. More or less, this is what I want to save also up here. I haven't been harassed lately, okay, but at the beginning it was very difficult. Sometimes it's hard to sleep at night, okay, because of it. No, I don't care. I can repaint this anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can do this anywhere. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And they just, bought the building next door. So, and they just threw everybody out. And, it's just tiring to know they're doing it all over my area, even though I know the end result. And you can't blame anybody for doing the best they could, regardless that if we fall victim, it's for our own, let me say, ignorancy. You know what it is? Even when they knew, what to do, people just don't make the move. People are tired, right? And it's going to happen everywhere. How do I know? I went through 5 elements, plus into my second year, going into my 62nd year. I've seen enough of this ghetto of a planet. Know what I'm saying? But now that I understand it, I'm learning how to play the game. But there's not many, okay? There's not many around us that understand what's going on. So you have to not say certain things around them. You don't want to disturb anything. And irrelevant, you don't need to, or I don't need to push my understanding, my realm, my vision, my belief, in which is, I didn't write a book. I didn't get out of school and get a diploma. I didn't go to MIT, by the way, IT, Sun Systems, 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, mother. All I have is 20 years behind me, 15,000 videos that are online right now you can search out since 2010. I'd also like to know how many they have taken down, a few of them, which have gone against the rules and regulations that I did 15 years ago. I got a warning last week. I don't know how many they turned unlisted that you really have to dig and find now. So it'd be great if somebody wants to help out my channel. One of the ways to help out is to be able to download every single video I've ever done. Okay, if you can download it, break it up, whatever it could, share it out there. What's in there? What's the recipe? What's going on? What's my credibility? Is there? Do I do anything? Does this guy have any validity to be even out here speaking the words he speaks? For who the H I am that cometh here to say and share my story, that you shall be here and take your time, or waste your time, or occupy your time to see the vision of another of the time. How much time do we have? More or less speaking, that we have other things to do, right? This house is a house for me. I like to say it. It's the house of vibration. Everybody wants a good vibration. Then go organic. The orgasm is that vibration. It's the gold within, the feeling good without taking and respecting all that surrounds you, right? Like the ripple, like the little bit of a ripple running into each other, but no one wanting to harm each other, that we are all like each other. But we all have the same desire to feel good, to get that high without taking something away that we should have to worry. But in this day and age, many have set themselves out there as, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. Who are you to say it's okay? Who taught you to know what's the best? Who says yours is better than mine? How do we know the difference? Where do we start to know the difference? To where things are fair and square? Where have we cut these corners? How do we stick them back on and to know the difference? So yeah, I'm going to take like a minute break now, get some water, warm some tea up, answer some questions. If somebody wants to come up, you can come up. I'm going to speak more about this. I want to talk about, there's so many things. There's just so much from the beginning of time. Also, it was the 20. What is the 20? And also about 13 years ago, I painted something. I don't know if I saw it before. I cannot say it. Two circles overlapping each other would end up to be, let me see what this is. Let me say it. 915. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 15 is 555. At 9:15, it is 555 minutes. 1.25 extra days connecting what are the three sea levels. 5 times 5 times 5, 1.25, 512 gigabytes. Or how about RAM, 512 RAM, 16 by 16, 256, 256, 256, 512. 51 Mars, 51 Mars equals 6, 52 Earth. Yo, 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 bro. Come on down. The Y letter is that Trinity. We come from the rising of the East, but by the yeast, where the bread did not rise, and they call that the M-A of T, mat, mat, matzah. Z with A-H, the divided heavens, the one that has not risen. When I speak, sometimes, for some reason, I seem to talk as if I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I do. But when I make these stories, when I create these stories, I'm creating from what comes up through the word, as with matzah, M-A, comes together, like in the A.M. The rooster is in the A.M. The rooster is the 10th zodiac sign. I also use the moon cycles as per the Hebrew and what year and how, partly only the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah. If I knew more about the Shabbat Shalom, okay, I would know more. I know about French, which helps me. Number 11 is apparent at 11. It's apparent at 71, and it's apparent at 91. At 71, it is 60 and 11. Please ask. It is part of what is 111. I'm going to explain that to you. 60 and 2. I'm going to have to put that out there, 60 and 2. The life path says don't reduce 11. Then why don't we reduce 10? Or are there any 10s to reduce? 10, 11, and 12. Tet, it says the head. Tet says the head, right? And it also equals to what is 33. And it says the head. 10, 11, 12. T-E-T. The 20th letter, the 5th letter, the 20th letter equaling to 45. 45. So there's many things about 45, but we'll speak about it after. I'll talk about the monopoly. If you really, really want to come up, let's broaden this. By me talking, we ain't going to spread this anymore. This is, I mean, if you're interested and if you think there's something here, and I just want to show you something. I was on this gentleman's show watching for a couple of hours today, and it was here. It was this show here. Whoa, hold on a second. This here, if I can get this gentleman's this here and work this way, I've done it before. I've done all of this before. Never looking this good. Never looking this good. This is absolutely perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Remember, circles, right? Before you put the teeth on the gears, which also, what happens is before you put the teeth on the gears, now if you take 12 zodiac signs, right? And you want to connect them in patterns, what is going to happen is, how can we break this down mathematically equally? Well, 8 times 1.5 equals to 12. 6 times 2 equals to 12. 4 times 3 equals to 12. 3 times 4 equals to 12. 2 times 6 equals to 12. 1 times 12 equals to 12. 8 and 4 equals to 12. 6 and 6 equals to 12. And all these associated will create 16 connections of that. With these 16 connections, when you're rotating into these corners, my question is, are we creating half movements? Or is it because we each play with these cubes? Is it because we play with all our cubes at once? Just to note for a second, I just want to show you something. Look, how can I do this? Whoa, okay, hold on a second. There's 6 cubes. Every cube has 6 sides. 6 by 6 is 36. I'm missing 3 by 6 equals to 18. 36 and 18 equals to 54. 54, okay, per side. But it's 36 and 18 on every single side. Not only that, but I can change their position. The sun system. I can switch the position the same way. I can switch to any 6 I want. Pick these 6, pick these 6, pick these 6, pick these 6. What runs the separation? What runs the separation of these 4 into this is when the cross is created. You see this 4? This 4 in the corner, right? You see the 4 in the 4 in the corner? What happens is they took these. Now, when you look at this, understand that if you see this, this one has a corner, this one has a corner, this one has a corner, this one has a corner. They're all corners. Although you see it this way, they're all actually corners. If I split them apart like this, okay, and put one here, one here, one here, one here, this becomes the cross in between. This becomes what is 2 and 8 to what this 2 and 8 to what this becomes 4 and 6. Either you're running 28 or you're running 46, 64. This is exactly what the numbers are. If you look into games, you will see in the game, in the house of sin, in the city of sin, you will see the tabulation of these numbers. How's everybody doing? Does somebody want to come up? Does anybody, what do you think about this science, about this game science? I want what's fair. I want what's fair to me is what they shared with us. Is it concrete? How does the math work? How come it works? What does that say? This is impossible. You need a supercomputer. You need coordination about the entire planet. How to move people around. It's a school. Teachers. It's a school. Teachers in game mode. This is a game mode only. I'm playing a game role right now. In this school we have, right? The teachers haven't got diplomas. Teachers, leave those kids alone. Now, if I say kids, it's a goat. Goats are go-getters. They're number 8s. They work hard for the money. Money is the house of Mars. Money is number 72. 9 times 8 is 72. Birth into the heavens. Our value, 1.42857. 2 triangles. 142. This triangle, 857. This triangle, this triangle, this triangle comes together. Here we're going to get 1320. Here we're going to get 427. We're going to get 7 and 20. Well, that fits into the Mayan cycle. But if I did it on the opposite side, I'll get 23, 9, 8, 6, 23. to what is 2, 3, what is 2, 3, 5, 10? Or is it 6, 2, 3, 11 to what is 14, 22? Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, let's write that up. And I'm going to write that up. Okay, I like that. Um, 2, 3, 6 to what is hold on, 2, 3, 6 to what is 5, 8, and 9. Okay. So this is 14, 22, and the other is 11. The other way I did it, let's do the let's do the 4, 8, 7, right? We're gonna do the 4, 8, 7. So we'll do 4, 8, 7. We'll do, hold on. We're gonna do 4, 8, 7. And then I am going to do 1, 2, 5. 5, 2, 1. And the 5, 2, 1 equals to 8. The 4, 8, 7 equals to 19. Okay, that's a separation of 11. 19 and 22, 8 and 11. 8 and 22, 11 and 19. I have to see where they show up. So let me show you what I just did. 8 and 9 and 5 combination creates a triangle. 2, 3, 6 create a triangle. It's this. What this is these are the master numbers. I'll show you where they're located. 8 and 19 are reverse alphabet. What is 33? What is 27? I will explain both of them. Yes, there's a creator. There's a creator. Who asked me that question? Do I believe there's a creator? No, I'm not anything. I have no faith. I have faith in everything and faith in nothing, right? And if you listen to the word faith, okay, it says 1/8, right? So this is a put together house. It's a school. Everything needs a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be a little Buddhist. Sometimes you got to be a little Christian. Sometimes you got to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know why? You got to avoid the bumps in the road. You're always making corrections. You're always making something new. You're always somewhere else. Something's always happening. So you always have to put your trust in someone else, right? Everybody, right? When you put your trust in someone else, hold on. When you put your trust in someone else, what's up? You're giving me a break? Well, I'm doing a TikTok. Yeah, you're giving. Yes, but not at McDonald's. Hold on, I'm taking a drink of water. Oh God. Yeah. Oh, okay. How long is the trailer? Oh, yeah. How do we? What you meant at the theater? I haven't been to the theater so long. Try to take a picture, not a picture, but a mental sum. Oh, I can just look online and see because you said it. I'm going to look online and see what it tells me. So, what are you doing this weekend? Very nice. Yeah. Right. Oh shit. What? That's retarded. But anyways, it's a representation of revival. But anyways, yeah, not supposed to be done. Yeah, what did you say? Yeah, so you're going to. I thought it was supposed to be on the 9th. Okay, no, I won't be going to it. Well, my brother's going to be there, right? Oh, he's not going? How come? Hold on. Hold on. Well, Donovan took out all this stuff. Right? Are you there? Enjoy. Bye. Yeah, I'm coming back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't like what I said on the phone. It wasn't proper. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Give me a minute. I'm coming back. I'm taking my 1 minute break. Maybe I should put on another song, eh? What's a song? Let me see the library here. Playlist. This playlist. Just trying to turn this around. How do I turn this around? Wow. How do I start this? You know why? Because the sound is off. And a deep cosmic hum pulsing through it. I am the ram, I charge through the gate. Born in fire, ruled by Mars, I challenge fate. But there's two of me now, I feel the divide. One wants the sword, one opens wide. In the house of Venus, I met my twin. We both seek peace, but where do we begin? Split the wheel, 6 and 6, or 4 and 4, or 3 by 4, just like before. Is it love through war or calm through flame? We fight for peace in different names. Aries to Aries, a mirror soul in Venus Hall. We see control. Oh, the dragon roars, the ram will rise. The stars align beneath purple skies. I ride the archer, bow truth in my aim. With Jupiter's wisdom, I light the flame. I see the battle, I read the scrolls, but truth alone can burn through soul. Aries, your Okay. So in my last video when I was here, I mentioned I was going to explain these rulers and what they say to me. And if I knew somebody who knew much more about how to use these mathematically, I would be able to expand my realm, my vision. What I do is exactly what they taught me in school. Stick man. Here's a stick. What angle is it on? I only need to know this. That's it. Because after that, all it is, right? What's on this side? Is it like what's on this side, right? If life was a half area space, does that mean this side here have to do with anything this side here? Or the clock or the hands on the clock when they're turning around? You see this little piece over here? Perhaps it's the direction, right, which comes over and would end up telling you that this is 11 o'clock. This is 12 o'clock. This is 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. The house we're in, the lower house, ABCD 10, FGHI 30, 1/3 the difference. What is 3 and 9? 39 can also be 13. 13 by 3, 39. And then it's 52. And then we have what is 14 by, no, not 14. Sorry. Yes, it's, 14 by, wow, how come I'm having this trouble? 13 by 4. I think it's a Tzolk'in and the Hab calendar come together in 52 years. So what I do is I look and go, 52 years. Where can I find this? Look, the cubes, very nice. It goes like that. But when I see the cube, I know it starts off as 9. So when I see and what I don't see, the opposite sides, and when you're playing in games, what the games dictate. It's been a climb. It's been a climb. The last 20 years has been like, it's so euphoric, the ups and the downs of, will I remember tomorrow? And you're out here now saying, okay, this guy's giving me his life story. Show me how we get out of the matrix. Tell me about the spirit. What about the soul? How does it connect to the game? Should I be telling you this story or should I just be spelling it out, like just going like this, like some hard facts? Here's some hard facts, okay? Here's some hard facts. So we have 6 and 5, 6 and 4, right? We have 6 and 4 over here. I know this is Mars. I know this is Saturn. I also know that Saturn starts with S for the 19th letter and the 13th letter. I know 1 and 9 is 10, and this is 1 and 3, 4. It will then create what is 1, 4, or 1, 4, perhaps 1/4 or 1/4, or splitting things up into quarters. The other thing about this, it's 1.5 times the difference. 1.5 times 4 equals to 6. The oxygen word is 15, 24, 25, 7 and 5, okay, and 14, right? But 1 and 4 equals to 5. To what is 5? To what is 7? To 2 and 5 is 7. To 2 and 4 is 6. To 1 and 5 is 6. To what is 5 and 5 is 10. To what is 6 and 6 is 12. To what is 7 and 7 is 14. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 4 is 5. The first letter in the alphabet, the second letter in the alphabet, and the third letter in the alphabet hold the holy heads of all the heads inside of this numeric value right over here. And with that said, once you hold that out, the word sun has the same economics. Can we call it that way? This is the only peace I want. To be able to continue uninterrupted amongst the undivided, those who jump in and jump out, the school of fish, as I tick-tock my way from the left hemisphere to the right hemisphere of every mind that passes through this channel. For everyone who stops, for those who do not stop. There are so many channels, and so far the system creates an obligation by each and every individual that is on TikTok. If you haven't noticed it yet, you have to work for where you want to be. I get to a channel right now in the algorithm. Would you like to hear the algorithm when I get to a channel? Either it drops down. I spoke about number 8 meeting number 6 at the 7th gate according to the cube. I based it on a casino game, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm talking about Ameline. You know what I'm saying? And just to let you know that the G in M, okay, in the gam of the bling, right? Should we say to not end with the bling and just go the amble, the A-M-B-L-E? So we have the amble, and the amble is what they call the pace, splitting up at the 7th gate. I try to associate what goes with the language. The French use the language of the alphabet. The word pace, if I understand correctly, is amble, where they put the G before the amble, creating what is the word gamble. The AM is how I wake up in the morning. It's also the first 13, it's also the first 13 letters in the alphabet. 1 through 12 equals to 780. When you hit the 13, it equals to 910. 780 is going to be the power gates. What is the power gates? These, I don't know if you saw this. Now remember, this is going to be only if you trust the situation. There are 4 rows, okay? 1, 2, 3, row 2, 4, 5, 6, row 3, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, row 4, 10, 11, 12, which is 1, 2, 3. It begins with 1, 2, 3. It ends with 1, 2, 3. And that's the set of 12. In the game, okay, of 36 numbers on a spinning wheel, this is the way the formation of this game is. Fair for me, fair for you. And I even tell you what the difference is. When you get a number 10, right? When you get a number 10, it's going to be a 6 and a 4, 10, or it's going to be a 1 and a 3, 4, or a 5 and a 5, 10, to a 2 and a 2, 4. And what I want to show you is check out the math. Check out the math. 6 and 4, 1 and 3, 5 and 5, 2 and 2. So tell me, you tell me. This is up to you now. Do you see a 6 and 4? Do you see a 1 and 3? It's 6 and 4 and 1 and 3, right? Now we're going to go to 5 and 5. 2 and 2, 5 and 5. 2 and 2, 5 and 5. Now, you know what's funny? I just want to see. Okay, so now what you're going to do here. 6 times 4, 24. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 24, 34. 3 and 4 equals 7. 1 times 3, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 and 3 is 7. They're now equal. 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 and 25, 35. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. 4 and 4 is 8. 3 and 5 equals 8. This one is 7. This one is 8. and 10 and 4 brings you to the seventh gate. The association in numbers between that, okay, is 5, okay, 5 plus 9 equals to E and I come together by virtue of 1 and 4, which is 9 and 5. Oh, no, it's 10 and 4, not 9 and 5. Sorry. Why is it this? What happens over here? Just let me think a little bit. This is 5, this is 9. Why did I do that? Can I just turn this around for a second? The 5 and 9 are the inverted numbers of each other. They are also the total of the ring around the cube. The 9 is the total of an area space of the face of a calculator 1 through 9, where the average is 5. 9 areas, add them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, equals to 45, divided by 9 equals to 5. Okay, E and I equals to 14, 1 and 4 equals to 5. So what, no, okay, this is what I did. Because of Yod Hey, right, that I cannot say, I must go Tet, okay? I must go Tet Zion, which is what is 9 and 6 equals to 15, instead of Yod Hey equaling to 15. So in this scenario over here, this is a 9 to 5 payout. Okay. You put up that, you get that back, plus you get this, the breath, the birth into the house that we are born. Let me look at these messages. And I haven't talked much about the Zodiac, at all. I like to hear a little Zodiac talk. I like the Music Man that was out here today. If I might go, let me see. You sure TikTok through my head. You sure TikTok through my. Oh, okay, Stephanie. Okay, I get it. Okay, Stephanie. Okay, that's funny. So as a result of what's happening in games, as a result what's happening in different alphabets and languages, this result tells me that we have differences. So it gives me more of a rounds with the numbers. Well, in this alphabet, this is the number. In that alphabet, those are the numbers. Well, this is the word. Well, what's the numeric value? Let me study the algorithm of the word. Right? How many letters is it? Right? And I have to, try and understand a little bit different that when it comes to 22 letters, right? The number is 23, connecting 1 with 22 equaling to 23, as our alphabet is 27. And with that said, we have what is Gimel, or the G letter, and the C that comes together in this instance in the lower and the upper house. Yeah, I just want to tell you something. Really, what I told you on the phone, it's not really right of me to say, we're not supposed to look anybody indifferent because of some action of another in which I did not partake in. So it's he said, she said, although I've been there many, many times in the same situation with always the same result and nothing has changed, right? It's still under the virtue that the situations are the situation and the one in control and that runs you know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want you to have any bad this outlook. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just learn in life that sometimes people share with you things that shouldn't be shared really. But, if we don't hear it, we don't learn it. So why keep things back? And I don't want to talk ugly against anybody because I know he was coerced over these years. For some reason, I know already. I've seen it, you know. So, you know, people get like things get ingrained into you over time if we don't overlook ourselves and look back over ourselves. It doesn't take anybody, you know, you just listen to the judgment from beyond or the reverberation or the, you know, the noise. Anyways, enjoy the theater. Happy birthday. Is it 24? Yeah, so I just wanted to send a note and now I have it on file, right? I have it on file. Um, where were we? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this was really cool today. Frere Jacques. Oh my God, that was too cool. Has anybody ever heard of Frere Jacques? So Dormez-vous. You know Dormez-vous. Hold on a second. Inside. Oh, you know what? You know what's funny? It's an inside the pork home run. Inside the pork home run. You know pork. Inside the pork home run. Save the split hoof. You know, it's not around the horn, it's around the ham. What does that mean? So I take this split hoof and I run it here, right? Am I splitting this, connecting these two houses? Or am I taking this wafer, I'm splitting it into the two hemispheres, right? When I split the hoof, they talk about the pig, the swine, right? It's not halal or it's not kosher. So I have to check out the word kosher, right? K-O, the 14th and the 11th letter. Creation within the fifths. Yes, the creation within the vibration. The split vibration of 60 seconds on the clock. It's 30 plus 10%, equaling to 30 plus 3, 33. 3 by 3, the 9 birth. 3 plus 3, the 6 proton, electron, neutron. Connect it up to a pole, the extra point. I need a drink of water. Give me a minute. Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm writing to my sister. Yeah, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Just give me a second. So is it but anybody have any questions like what's going on? Does it can anybody catch what I'm doing? The strong. What is the strong? Stephanie, you still here? What is the strong? What is who's still here? Stephanie's still here. Kate is still here. How you doing, Kate? Let me see. Let me see. Whoa. Funny. They say tomorrow, when, and I'm not getting an answer. Okay, it's pretty. Okay, this okay. Just give me a second here. Okay, I'm out of this realm. Let me get back to this. Sorry about that. 3 minutes of your time. How's everybody doing? The strong. What's going on? Let me read these comments. Okay. So where should I go? I wanted to talk about these rulers here, and I had 4 of them, but now I only got 2. I had 4, now I got 2. They should take out the bloopers. He had 4, now he's got 2. Where did the other 2 go? Also to mention these, right? This is the I and the ace, right? The left and the right. They come together. We bridge them together, right? They're over here. Actually, they should be more like this, right? It's one is here and the other one is here. And they get bridged together. The other one that comes in here runs down here. I don't know how I'm going to do that, right? Whatever it is it's the letter I. Oh, here, I'll just see if I can design it. There's many ways to do it, right? There's a couple of ways to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it this way to start with. And where's this phone? There's also some pictures, that I have uploaded. Where are they, those pictures? Please tell me. Oh my God, where is the pictures? Oh, okay. Is it this? No. This, no. This, no. Oh my God. Okay, 2015. I just want to go back to the beginning here for a second. Just give me 1 second. I really like this one. See those triangles? See the way one is beveled in by the 3 clubs? There's 3 hookups to a club. You see the way they hook up in those triangles over there and they spread out by the legs? Is that the waters between? So we're just going to show this over here because I was looking for another piece. Perhaps I was looking for this. So what this is, and I know I can't really remember. You see 076923, and then you see 7139, 5, and all that. I have to remember what that is because I don't remember. Okay, I really have to remember. I do know what this is. Okay. Oh yes, I remember. 1 time 1 divided by 7 equals this over here. But this also has to do with 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1,111. So it's something to do with that. I explained it once before. And if you look, right, you see these 076923. This is division of 13. The letter M is the 13th one. If you connect the first one, 0769, with 923076, okay, what it is 12 times, right? 12 times 76923 is going to equal to 923076. Did I get that right? 76923 times 12 equals 2. Yes. So 2 times 76 is what is B. 3 times is C, and so forth. This is the division of 13. And if you notice, every single number, right, every single row in numbers totals to a total of 26. If you add them up in the first row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. The second row, sorry, that's wrong, because the first row is 0, right? So when you add them up, right, should we add them up? But I just want to show you that 7, 6, 7, 6 in row 3, 7, 6 in row 4, 7, 6 in row 9, 7, 6 in row 10, 7, 6 in row 12. Don't look at these, they're wrong. Now what happens is 5, 6, 7, and 8 all have 4, 6, 1, 5, 3. 4, 6, 1, 5, 3. 4, 6, 1, 5, 3. 4, 6, 1, 5, 3, and so forth. And then what happens in this, okay, is the zodiac signs, the cardinal signs, the fixed signs. This is all a dictation of how to move the numbers around. They're telling us what's going on. So let me plug this in. I'm a little hungry, so I think I'm going to be ending this soon. But I want to show you that one piece. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Here it is. There it is, right there. So what happens over here is, if you take a notice, you see that background over here? The center of this fake area over here is right over here, which is between this area square and this area square. 1, 3, 5, 7 do not overlap. 2, 4, 6, 8 interlock. When you get to number 7, okay, you have to the left, right, below 5, to the right 5. It is 5, 7, 5, or equals to what says the I. There are 2 of them. The game, or whatever you want to call it, is played connecting in the center. This is only one formation of this dimension. When it ends in that 4 block over there, what I did is instead of just 7, instead of 6, 7, 6, 13, and 6, 1, 6, 13 for 26. When I connect it up over here, it stops here. And when I stop it over here, this is 13 over here. This one over here by crossing becomes 15. This one becomes 13. 13 and 15 crisscross. Why did I go to 15? Because there was a blockage in between. And what was the blockage? It was the 8 ball. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. The reverse of what is, okay, the reverse of what is 35 is 57, 75. It is 12. 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 equals to 8 and equals to 12. 12 and 8 is what is Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube is what is the problem right now. It's a 2020 cube. It runs in 20s, 1 through 21, with connecting ends of only 20. 1 plus 20 is 21. We'll never count the 21, but when we count 1 all the way up to 21, it equals to 231, in which came out in the harmonic notes by Music Magic. This gentleman is going to absolutely put together everything. Just to note that I didn't show you that the A letter can be split. So now, are you looking at the pyramid, or are you looking at what was the ace? Which way should we look at this? Which way should we be looking at this? Or are we just going to look at it this way? Or should we have made it, should we have actually this is an obligation. This is not because I want to. This is an obligation. Do you see why? I'm only allowed to go through an area cell on the line of an area cell. Now we create this area space over here. I like to call it the fox or an army stripe. and you can see the pyramid at the top of this. The ace divides, creates what is the I spectrum in between. We're talking about real numbers. We're talking about real words. We're talking about what they've been telling us forever, whether it's real or not. They're telling us a story. They sold to us an algorithm we live with. Let's read it. Let's see what they're telling us. Let's see the story. And once you can read that story, right, you know 100%. No doubt in your mind. If you can re-script it yourself, you no doubt in your mind. This place we live, eh? So it's something like that. And that's inside the ace letter. That's the ace letter. But it's more or less, let me do it another way. Just 1 second. Maybe you can look at it before I take my 2-3 minute break. Right? The real way I like to do it is, but there's more to this. And the reason there's more to this is because when I go and connect the 758 and then go connect the 142, they both create triangles. Then I'm going to connect the 689, or I'm going to connect the 598 and the 236 or the 532 in order to create the combination of 3 here and here. I'm not going to connect these 3 in a row. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. This area over here is the division of 7. You can punch in any number you want. When you divide that by 7, it's going to be a calculative of 142,857 divided by 7 equals, okay, 42857. Because it doesn't matter what it is, you know? Doesn't matter. Whoop. That's not what I wanted. It doesn't matter what you do, right? Divided by 7 equals to, hold on a second, 857. Forget about this number. So that's why if you just pick 2 numbers, divided by 7, it's going to be 8, you know, not this one's no good. So 56 is not good. So 56 equals to 2 times 28 cycle moons. That's Mars. Let's call this the wolf. Wolf is number 56. We'll go with the flow. It's the same word. 30 and 11. 30 minus 11 equals to 19 equals to 41. Okay, this is going to be 57. This is going to be 1, 2, 3. Times 3 times 3. So this is going to be 336, or what is December 3rd? The 336th, or the ending of the 12th moon. This is the separation at 337, or the beginning of the 13th moon. And this is the difference between 336 and 7. In 6, you're going to get a window. In 7, you're going to get a heart position. The thing is, when they show me this and they show me this, they also say what you can do is you can, instead of doing this and this, you can squeeze it together. I don't remember exactly what it is, but anyways, we can run the ace off of this also. You see this over here, this area over here. When you want to connect the 2, you're going to connect this. When you do that, this X crosses over and creates a separation of 4 areas in the space. So now we have, I like to call it Aquarius, or the quarter house. Also, it breaks things up into thirds because you now have separation. But when you continue on that separation, follow? Into quarters, thirds and quarters. But when they're thirds, right, they work at 120 or L for the angle. When they're at quarters, they work at 90 for the birth. Land, animal, and man. The soul, okay? The soul, what is it? The soul, okay? Is it the soul? Is it the spirit within the one, the animal? Is it the spirit within the soul? Is it the spirit within the animal that is within us? Oh, Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard and they took out a new tweeter. So let me turn this around for a second. Oh, I wanted to finish that, right. So what I wanted to do with this, okay, is so have you ever seen this before? Right? Let me do something here. I'm hungry, so okay, yeah. 2211. 2211. Can you show me a 7, a number 7? Bent in the back, bent, bent, bent. Why is it bent? Why is, you see the way it's offset here? It's still offset by 1, offset, offset. I've never seen the 7 that was so offset. So what they almost did, right? I'm trying to see, they offset a 7. Why? Is it because, we get a chimney in the house? Is it here or here, the chimney? Right? Is it here? Is it here? Right? Why I say that is because if I reach out all the way to here, right? If I stop here, and I should be stopping here and here. So when I do that stop, I have to take this and drag it all the way to here, from here to here, right? For my regular 7. But instead of doing that, I'm going to drag it all the way to here now, because of what this is telling me. I don't think I've ever seen it this way before. See this one? Look at that. So look at that one. No. Look at that one. No. So what's going on with number 7? I'm going to have to try. Oh, there's the one I wanted. Right? And if you take a look at this outline, right? Take a look at this outline. It's a number 2, right? The 2 and the 5 are in the outline. Lines giving it dimension. The cross between. So this is where we get these 7, right? This is where we get, right, the 7. So this is that, right? And then this one here is over here, right? And here's where the F comes in. But you want to see something funny? There's a small 7 down here, and there's a big 7 up here, and there's something over here. So did I just say 7 up? You know what I'm saying? And so now this is what we have. So we're going to take, I shouldn't have done that. I would have liked to have done that over to here and that over to there. But what I want to do is this. We need the area conjunction, which is here. Okay? So I'm going to need the area conjunction, which is here. But also to note, look at the X. Look at the X. There's 2 different X's that join each other. Right? Forget about that top. Just look at the X. Look at the X. 2 of them came together to create that. We can look at that more, right? You have seen the number 1, right? Here's a number 1, right? And then let's do the number 7. But if we draw that line down there, right, and we just drew this, we do that, right? We take this, put it over that, and we end up with that. And that's 1 and 7, 17Q made with 10 and 7 to be discussed. So we get back to over here, We make another marking. And we go like this. Doink, doink. And we go zip. And then we go doink, doink. And then I go zip. And then I go zip. Whoop. And I go zip. Zip. Right. Help! I need somebody. I got a Band-Aid on the top of my head. Oh my God. Maybe I can get another Band-Aid out here. Help me up. Somebody help me. Oh my God. This is not fair. I don't look like my brother. Could have been my brother. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So then we get this over here, right? And then at the same time, right, we get this over here and we get that here. And then we go from here to here, and then we go from here to here. Then after that, the question is, we go from here to here, from here to here. We rainbow it underneath here. We can go here. We can go over the top. We can do the same thing. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go over here, right, and here. You see it's a single nut because we have two nuts inside. I have no nuts here, right? And I can't even do the same thing here because you see it's not the same formation over here. And then I can run the under and over. And this is because I went to school and they taught me about stickman. And then they told me to do this. And this is the iRobot here. That side, that side, that side. And then we have one eye over here and one eye over here. And I'm not really sure what we're going to have over here. The little ones with one eye turning in each direction. You know what I'm saying? So can we put something underneath them? I don't know. Can we draw something above? This is hymen. Hello, hymen. Why is it a hymen? It's the letter A that's connected with M for the three realms. It's the letter H for the division. Yeah, we got something like that. So we should also have a reflection of this. Yeah, so I wrote this out before. Rubik's Cube is like this, the 8 and 12. This association is 8 and 12, but it's not only this association. I'm going to see if I can get the 4 times 4 equals to 16, right? 4 plus 4 equals to 8. 8 and 16 equals to 24. Just give me a second. We had 7 and 5. We had 3 and 5. So now, okay, 7 and 5. Okay. Right. So this was going to be 6 and 6 equals to 12. Okay, I wasn't looking for that. 4 and 4 equals to 8. 6 and 6 equals to 12. We have the same here. So what was this about? This was about 7 and 5, 12. This was about 3 and 5, 8. 6 and 6, 12. 4 and 4, 8. Same scenario. So here we have 6 and 2, 8. 6 times 2, 12. I don't want to get it to that way. So what we're going to do next is this one. 9 and 3 equals to 12, right? We have another 12. So how do we complete this? 1. Oh, I can't even do this. This doesn't work out. 1 and 11 equals to 12. There is no 1 and 11 equals to 12. The association of this is at the core of the cube. It's what it is it starts at 3 and 9. It's 3 and 9. It's 4 and 8. It's 5 and 7. Okay. And it's 6 and 6. And this is 12 and 6. And this is 12 and 4. And this is 12 and 2. And this is 12 and 0. If I had to look, let me see this 642. I don't know what it's saying. 3 6 3 4 3 2 3 0. 3 0. Creation comes in at this part. Okay, I'm just a little tired. I have to just stop for a minute, or maybe I'm just going to end it now for questions. It's enough. It's enough. The night's over. The night's over. If anybody likes to join the channel, help support, I got a link, a PayPal. Just got a headache right now, and I think it's time to end it. Any questions, don't hesitate. Help support if you want to buy this building here, make an offer. Let's make an offer so I can just make sure I don't get, any comeback about anything. Like this is the future. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep, this is alphabet science, and this is part of it. Maybe we should start, what do you call it together? A condo union, and buy the whole building out together, 50, 100, 1,000 people, right? Putting in $1,000 each. Wherever you go with it, it doesn't matter. You're still going to collect the rents. You know what I'm saying? Be part of the future. Yeah, I got a bruise on my thumb. I don't know. Peace and love. We're done for tonight. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Music Magic. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Just amazing. Hold on a second. Yeah. If you're still here, yeah. How you doing, Mark? Yeah, if you're still here, that gentleman was amazing. It was perfect. It's a good time to end, right? It is 622 minutes right now. Cheers.